If stories of love, betrayal, and painful truths pull you in, this one will stay with you long after it ends. The sound that woke me wasn't an alarm or the quiet hum of the hotel hallway. It was a sharp, unmistakable click of a key turning in the lock. My heart jumped. My breath caught. The red glow of the clock read 6:03 a.m. Next to me, Noah was still asleep, his arm draped over my waist, his breath warm against my skin. The early light seeped through the curtains, revealing every trace of what we'd done. But that sound, someone unlocking the door, it wasn't housekeeping. I knew that sound. My stomach twisted. It was Ethan, my husband. I barely managed to whisper, "Get up," before the door swung open. And there he was, the man I'd vowed my life to 6 years ago, standing in the doorway, frozen. He didn't yell. He didn't even flinch. Just silence. His face was unreadable, his eyes locked on mine, then shifting toward Noah tangled in the sheets beside me. The air grew heavy, suffocating. Without a word, Ethan let the hotel key slip from his hand. The soft clink echoed like a gunshot. Then he quietly closed the door behind him. I was trembling so hard I could barely breathe. Noah sat up, eyes wide, realization dawning. "That was your husband, wasn't it?" He whispered. I couldn't speak. My hands shook as I scrambled for my clothes, my thoughts spinning in panic. How'd he find me? I had erased every clue, told him I was away with college friends, even made a fake Airbnb listing to cover my tracks. Every lie rehearsed, polished, perfect, until now. An hour later, I pulled into our driveway. Ethan's car was still there. My chest tightened. I braced myself for screaming, for anger, for tears. But when I stepped inside, nothing. No note, no suitcase missing. Just silence. A silence that pressed down like a weight, stealing my breath. 3 days crawled by in torment. I called. I texted. I begged. Nothing. Ethan had disappeared. He wasn't at work. His phone was off. The only trace of him, a $3,000 withdrawal from our joint account. On the 4th day, I came home from the store and nearly dropped the bags. Ethan was sitting on the couch, calmly scrolling through his iPad like nothing had happened. "Hi," he said evenly, almost too casually. My throat burned. "Ethan, please." "I'm so sorry. I don't even know where to start. Just let me explain." He looked up at me with a calmness that was more terrifying than any rage could be. "How long?" he asked. That pause, my hesitation, was enough. The truth was written all over my face. I sank onto the edge of the table, words spilling out between sobs. It started months ago. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I was lonely. You were so distant. He raised a hand. "Stop. I don't want excuses." His voice was level, cold. Then, softer, almost himself, he added, "I didn't go to that hotel to catch you. I went to surprise you. You've been stressed, so I booked a spa package. When I arrived, they told me my wife had already checked in with a man." My heart shattered. I couldn't even form words. "I saw enough," he said simply. "That's all I needed." He stood, grabbed his car keys, and walked toward the door. "I'll be at my sister's for a few days. Don't call me." Then he was gone, leaving me standing in the wreckage of what I'd done. The days that followed blurred together. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't think. I had broken the one person who had always stood by me. Ethan wasn't just my husband. He was my peace, my anchor, the man who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And I traded that love for a few reckless moments of escape. 6 days later, I found a manila envelope on the kitchen counter. My hands trembled as I opened it. Divorce papers. No note, no explanation. Just the quiet end of everything. I drove straight to his sister's house. She looked at me with pity, but let me in. Ethan was on the patio, a mug of coffee in his hands, his expression unreadable. "I know I don't deserve this," I began, my voice shaking. "But you have to know, it wasn't about you. It was me. I was selfish. I was blind. I see that now. I miss you. I love you." He was silent for a long time. Then he said quietly, "I believe you. I believe you're sorry. But love isn't just words, it's choices. and yours are already made. Tears spilled down my cheeks. Please, I whispered. He exhaled softly. You can stay for dinner. Just dinner. It wasn't forgiveness, but it was something, a faint echo of what used to be. We ate quietly, talking about nothing. His niece's ballet recital, my work, filling the silence with small talk where love once lived. When I reached for his hand, he gently pulled away. I'm not there, he said, and I don't know if I ever will be. 2 weeks later, I woke to a message from him. A photo. Ethan smiling beside another woman, her hand resting on his. No caption, no words, just truth. He had moved on, and in that moment I understood this wasn't revenge. It was consequence. I hadn't just betrayed my husband in a hotel room. I had burned down a life we built together, destroyed a man's faith and love, buried the future we were meant to have. The cruelest part? I still loved him. But love can't erase the damage we cause. Sometimes, I'm sorry comes far too late, and the person you want back has already learned how to live without you.